Alright, what's up everyone? Hello, this is Epod MC Roll here, aka Rayo. We're back. We're back with more hobby stuff. More painting, more building, more goofing around. You guys know the drill. I see that Purple is here. What's up, Purple? Right at the start. Appreciate that. Hello. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Hopefully I think it might be Saturday for you. It's a Saturday over here for me. And yeah. Wait, is it Saturday? Yeah, it is Saturday, right? I think so. Time has lost all meaning. But yeah, we are just kind of getting into the day, getting into our regular streaming vibes, and got a couple of things I'd like to cover today, a couple of things I'd like to talk about, and also just go over what I have in front of me right now, which is the diorama, the Maschinen Krieger mini little diorama for my little dudes. This is pretty much done, and like anything, like any kind of project, there's always something else to be done. There's always something else that I could do, and I that's kind of what I'd like to do here at the start of the stream, is just kind of make any more adjustments before you really say that this is complete. I mean, yeah, basically this is it. And you know, there's always something that I could tweak and adjust, but for all intents and purposes, this is it. And I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out. The base is pretty simple, right? But I think it's kind of effective. I wanted to get this feeling of like an alien Martian surface, and I was thinking about adding a little bit of debris from like a fallen ship or vehicles or some sort of like rubble, right? I was considering it, but I really just kind of wanted to also keep it simple. Like, these are two Maschinen Krieger models here, and they're fairly simple models at the end of the day, and yeah, I didn't really want to do too much more to it. So I'm pretty happy with the result, although, and I've said this before, with this kind of clay that I was using, it tends to shrink, it tends to crack after it's dried. Eshwin, what's up, Eshwin? Looking nice, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, it tends to shrink and dry after several hours. Purple looks awesome, thank you, appreciate it. And yes, you can see a bit of the cracks. Let's see. Let's enhance. Yeah, you can see a bit of the crack. Hate. Why the hate, Not Slide? What's up, Not Slide? Yeah, you can see a bit of the cracking here. And a little bit towards the back, there's some cracks. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, because this is supposed to be kind of like the surface of Mars, which is like dried and stuff too, and one assumes there would be cracks as well. So I mean, it's not the worst thing, but that's something that I think I'll be a little more conscious of next time. And yeah, we might use a different kind of product. There's a lot of options out there, better options than the stuff that I used. Yeah, let's just take a quick look here. Yeah, I added some weathering powder just to the canopy here, just to kind of make it less shiny. It's still quite shiny at the end of the day. And this does need to get a hit of top coat to really seal it all in, so that's something that I need to do. But yeah, let's see, let's take a look. We've got the decals. You know what? The decals, I added some extra weathering on top to really kind of make them look weathered along with the rest of the surface of the model. But I may have, I don't know. I recently watched a video of Tovarian Miniatures on YouTube, and he's like sort of my weathering guru. Like, the techniques that I'm employing are basically like a noobish version of what he does, right? But he did such an amazing job. He has like a short, he recently put out a short of weathering, and it looks so good. And then I look back at mine, I'm like, wow, this looks nothing like what he did. But anyways, yeah, very simple at the end of the day, but you know, pretty happy with it. And I was thinking about distressing the black here, you know, to kind of make it look a little more weathered as well. But I kind of like just this straight black that acts as a kind of like, you know, a bridge between the model itself and the diorama, and like whatever the thing is actually, like, you know, your shelf. I kind of like that, but yeah. And yes, this canopy can come off. We can take that off. And this will need another hit of weathering. Sorry, another hit of top coat to really seal it all in. And I'll have to take off this canopy and probably tape up these side ones here before I spray it. But yeah, Ashwin, it looks like a model you would see in a museum, like an actual science exploration renditions of future Mars colonizers. Oh yeah, I could see that. As a matter of fact, when I went on my trip, when we went on our trip to Atlantic Canada, we went to a fort in Halifax, and you know, it's a real historical fort that was used to like defend Canada from, I don't know, who was it? The British? No, the French? Anyways, in the fort they had a museum, and they had a number of artifacts, not just from the specific like battle purpose, the specific war that this fort was used. Actually, it was used in multiple wars, but they had a museum and they had some models, you know, like tanks and stuff like that. And yeah, they had a beautiful, they were so well done. I took a number of pictures of those. So yeah, maybe I was like kind of thinking of those as I was working on them. But yeah, thank you. Future Mars colonizers. I had to double check. I'm like, wait, does the Maschinen Krieger universe involve space? Do they go to space? And I think they do. I think they go to space in the Maschinen Krieger universe. Not like it really matters, to be honest. I'm not 100% like paying attention to the lore of the game, of the franchise, of the IP, right, of the setting. In fact, I think these two models are from opposing factions, right? I think they're from two opposing factions, but I just decided to paint them as if they were from the same faction, because I thought that might look more interesting than having two really stiffly posed models kind of just looking at each other. I thought that would look pretty dumb. So yeah, like whichever is the opposing force, we'll just assume that that they've been kind of like reacquired and repurposed for the other side, something like that. That's the headcanon. But yeah, let's get a little beverage, guys. What do we got here? I actually have several drinks on my on my table here for some reason. But it does feel nice to kind of square away another project, get this done, and yeah, we can kind of move on to our other projects. But like I said, I'd like to take a moment right now, here at the start of the stream, to kind of just take another look and see if there's anything else I want to do. The more I'm looking at it right now, the more I'm just like, yeah, let's just leave it alone. You know, whatever. Let's just leave it alone. But we'll see. Let's see. Let's just take another gander at this. And the cracks, I'm going to leave the cracks alone. I was briefly considering changing, like filling up the cracks. Hold on a second, guys. Yeah, I was briefly considering filling up the cracks. Put a fossil of a dead alien animal. That would be pretty awesome, actually. That would be pretty neat. That could be something for another project in the future, like with a bigger base. Yeah, and actually, you know what? Now that you mention it, Ashwin, now's a good time to get some like really cheap skeletons, you know? Like, if you go to the dollar store, they just sell, like, tiny little, or actually medium-sized skeletons of things. So, yeah, maybe I'll actually just pick some up for the future, for a future project. But, yeah, I'm just looking at my water slides here and seeing if there's anything else that I'd like to add. I think that this cannon, whatever it's called, a rocket launcher, I think that needs some kind of decal. It needs something, so we're gonna do that. Purple, maybe you do like a smoke effect coming out of the cracks. Oh, the smoke effect coming out of the cracks. Ah, that's a good idea. Okay. Yeah, that's like something where I'll look at it. Like, I'll kind of leave it, and then I'll look at it later, and then I'll be like, okay, this is pissing me off. I'll change it now. But for now, yeah, we're just gonna take a look at anything else. These are some decals from Warhammer. They're quite old, actually. 1999? 1997. This one's from 1997. Pretty freaking old, but yeah, they still work. It's not a big deal. Maybe an Apple sticker. Maybe I could put an Apple sticker on there. No, I don't think that'll make sense. I've got Transformers. I've got Transformers stickers and decals. I don't think that'll make much sense either. 97, yeah. Ashwin. Oh yeah, I went to Spirit of Halloween this morning looking for a new wig. They had so much cool stuff. Didn't get a wig. A Beetlejuice cup. Nice. Yeah. That was very funny, Ashwin, when you were wearing the wig. No, I don't think any of these are gonna do. I've got a lot of different stuff. This is Gengar's eye. 25-year-old decal. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Got old shit here. No, these numbers. And speaking of decals, guys, as a little hint of what I have coming up today on the stream, I have some more stuff to show off. Like, did a bit of shopping and picked up some decals amongst other things. So yeah, take a look at that. There's some eyes, some anime eyes. I've got a lot, way more than I'll ever really need, but yes, we have some anime eyes. Okay, I think we'll stick with the Maschinen Krieger ones. Yeah, I hope you're all having a good Saturday. Ugh. Man, I felt like I had such a slow start to my day. It was just like, ugh. Ooh woo. Ooh woo. Yeah. Just so slow to really get going today, but we're gonna make a try. Gonna make a try for it. See if we can have a productive day. We'll see. I was actually really tempted to stream yesterday sometime like a little later, but then that way it would kind of leave me with the rest of the weekend to kind of do other things, but yeah, it just didn't work out for me. It just ended up being a loaf. Alright. Just putting away some stuff, getting we're just getting set up. I think that this model will kind of improve even more once we hit it with the top coat. I think it'll look even nicer, hopefully. Yeah, there is a decal on this thing here, but it's black. It's black on green, so it's not really easy to see. So yeah, we're gonna use probably some of these caution stickers. That probably makes sense. Let's get these out. Where's my knife? Yeah, I mean, I have some Warhammer models that are probably older than I am. That's how crazy it is. It's a very interesting aspect of the hobby, like not just Warhammer, but also Gunpla too, where like Bandai and other companies, they make these model kits, but they make them with the idea in mind that they're going to be sort of in production and possibly like reproduced later down the line. and that is, you know, that actually did happen. I went to Trinity Hobby, my local gaming store, and they did indeed have a bunch of reprinted model kits from Bandai. But yeah, we can talk about that a little later. It's just really interesting seeing these old model kits, possibly from the 90s or something, and they've been reprinted. And I know that they're reprinted because they have like the new Bandai Namco logo, right? And it's like a little bit of a blast from the past, you know? Like, whoa, holy, this thing is old. And in the world of Warhammer and Games Workshop, they whoa, holy crap. There's something off screen that almost tipped over, but in the world of Warhammer, some models that are considered the current models, you know, some of them are 10 years old, some of them until recently were like 20, 25 years old, like really old models that were considered the new, not new, but the current models that are intended for use in the game. What am I even doing? Making a mess. Have you ever messed with any of the Bandai Warhammer kits? Bandai Warhammer kits. Oh, I know they made toys, right? But I don't remember the kits. What were those? I think that there was like, they made like little like chibi, little like super deformed characters. I think I saw those. But yeah, I don't remember any of the kits. Oh. Okay, let's put that there. Where was the other one that I... Oh, here it is. Holy crap. I was like, where was the other one? There we go. It's just kind of... You can tell, like, I barely have my brain working today because I'm like, what am I even doing right now? Yeah, the super deformed Space Marines. Right. No, I've never messed around with those. I did see those around. I don't think I see them anymore. But yeah, those are pretty neat. And I've seen some people pick those up and actually like repaint them. It's pretty cool. And yeah, I know Todd McFarlane Toys, they make a line of they've been making a line of Warhammer 40K models, Space Marines and Orcs and Sisters of Battle, blah blah blah, Necrons. And they're action figures, but they can be repainted. Like some of them are within every shipment of those models. Oh crap. Let's just take this this thing off. It's going to be hard to work with. With every shipment of the toys, they include a couple that are just blanks that have no paint on them. And so that just leaves it for the hobbyists to paint. And yeah, there's some really amazing stuff. Matter of fact, yesterday I was at a GameStop. And I saw one of the orcs, like this big, huge orc from Todd McFarlane. And it wasn't even that expensive. It was like, considering how big it is, right, relative to something that same size in Gunpla terms and like even in Warhammer terms, like it was like $35, and it was huge. It was like, it's bigger than any model that I have handy right now to even like show as an example. So I was like, shoot, I was so tempted. I was so tempted, but I actually had just bought some stuff, and again, we'll kind of get into that a little later. My plate is quite full at the moment, so you know, it's like, okay, let's just exercise some restraint. And we'll get into, you know, we'll you know, if that thing is still around, if I still see it at some point in time, maybe we'll get it in the new year or in the Christmas season or something like that. It does look nice, those Todd McFarlane models. I think that the Space Marines look really good, but the orc was a little lacking in my opinion. The orc was not as good as the other stuff. Like yes, it looked pretty much like what you'd expect from a 40K orc, But it also just seemed to be a little off in the proportions. Like, when I think of orcs in 40k, I think of like big, gigantic, massive brutes with arms like the size of your torso, you know? And this guy, he didn't seem as big as I'd like him to be. And even just like the most common, even the most restraint is overrated. Even the most common orc bad guy in the world of 40k is still like huge compared to your average normal human, which is not to say like a space marine. A space marine is definitely not your average human, but that's just me being a big Warhammer nerd. Okay, I think that's good. Let's get some this. Yeah, depending on how the weather is for the rest of the day or tomorrow, I can spray this with the top coat, and then yeah, that'll be good. Now, where was the other thing? Okay, here. We've got a caution sign. Let's try and put the caution sign. Is it gonna fit there? Well, let's try. Let's try. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, so it's San Diego Comic-Con. Or no, it's New York Comic-Con right now. It's interesting. I've been seeing some pictures from like the world of like, from the perspective of a hobbyist, from the perspective of a gunpla builder, what is there to see and do at New York Comic-Con from that perspective. But also from the cosplay perspective, I have some acquaintances that are into cosplay and are going there specifically to, you know, reveal their hard work and that they've you know, been working on for weeks or months. Very cool, very fun, and there's a number of announcements regarding like games and stuff too, I think, or movies. None of which I can actually remember right now, but oh, well, there's something happening in Australia too. There's like an Australian Penny Arcade Expo, and there was some stuff about Kojima's next project, Hideo Kojima. So that's kind of neat. Yeah, so there we go. We just added 2 more decals. Not a big deal. Wait, where did that one go that I put on? Did it freaking fall off? I put on a decal and it disappeared on me. What the hell? Oh my god. Yeah. It's gonna be one of those days, guys. It's gonna be one of those days, I think.